you guys, my name is Peace, and today we will be getting down to business. More specifically, how you can start your loan signing business today. This is a new series that I want to start on my channel where I speak more on the business side of things and how to establish a more professional image for your notary business. I have a whole series lined up where I teach you guys how to form your LLC, how to get an EIN number, how to get a free business number, and possibly build business credit. These are things that are not only relevant to notary work, but can apply to other businesses that you guys may decide to create in the future. I'm going to start mixing in this type of content with my loan signing agent content, and if you guys like it, I can make more business related content. If not, I can stick strictly to the loan signing agent stuff. Just let me know what you want to see. I am so excited to tell you guys that I am officially the owner of Peace Signs LLC. When I first started signing up with signing services at the very beginning, I did do it through my other LLC because I wasn't sure if I was going to do this long term. But coming into the new year, I decided to form a separate entity because I do enjoy doing this and I do want to keep doing this line of work. And before you ask, no, you do not need a company in order to become a successful loan signing agent. But I'm here to tell you why you might want to consider forming your own company. So in this first half of the video, I am going to be telling you guys why you might want to form your own company. And in the second half, I'm going to be showing you how I formed my own LLC. And in the description box, I will be linking some resources so you guys can do your own research and do what's best for you. So first things first is the sign-up process with different agencies. When you begin signing up with signing services, they are going to ask you to fill out a W-9, which requires you to put down your social security number. And if you've seen my video on 100 signing services, which you can sign up for today, link in the eye, a lot of those companies looked pretty sketchy and I kind of felt weirded out giving out my socials to these companies. Although I've never come across the horror story where a notary's identity has been stolen by one of these websites, I just kind of felt paranoid and didn't want my information floating around out there like that. However, with an LLC, you can get an EIN number, which is essentially a social security number for your business. And it made me feel way more comfortable applying for any and every company I wanted to, knowing that I had that layer of protection. So that's one reason to form your own company. Another reason is taking advantage of the perks that come with owning a business, such as the different bonuses and discounts when it comes to things like gas, car maintenance, or the recurring supply costs for paper and toner. The bonuses and discounts are way higher on the business side than they are on the personal side. And who doesn't like to save money? Another perk is the tax write-offs. Lastly, having an LLC establishes a more professional image of you, so when you reach out to market to different agencies, they're more likely to take you seriously. So now that you have the why, I'm going to show you the how. And keep in mind that this is just what I did to form my own LLC. I am not an attorney, so I can't offer any legal advice. And like I always say, do your own research. I am going to try to explain this whole process as simply as I can. And I will also link some resources down below in the description box so you guys can read on your own. So now we are going to hop over to my laptop so I can show you guys a few things. When it comes to creating your LLC, you need to file for your articles of organization, which you can do on the Department of State online filing portal. Okay, so when you go into Google and you type in articles of organization New York, this should be the first web page that pops up. All right, so there are a few things that you do need to keep in mind. I'm not going to read everything on this page because it's a lot and we would be here forever, but if you guys do want to read through it on your own time, I will link it down below in the description box. For one, the DOS requires that your name is available. Let me see here. Okay, so it requires that your name is available, and you can search the name that you want for your company by clicking this link here where it says name availability. And then it's going to take you to a whole different page. It's going to take you to this page where you can search up the name of your business. So say I wanted to create a company called WETY something random LLC. You're going to check corporation, limited liability company, limited partnership, all of this, all the entity list. Search database, and then it's going to say no business entities were found. So that means you're good to go. If that's the name that you want to use, you can use it because no one else has used that name for the company. However, if you type in a name, let's type in my company's name, Peace Signs LLC, check everything here, and then you search the database, you're going to see that it's taken already because I've already filed for the articles of organization and this is an active company. All right, so now that that's done, we are going to go back. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to keep in mind. You have to make sure that your name is available. Okay, the second thing you need to keep in mind is that you need $200 for the filing fee. Okay, you need $200 in order to get your articles of organization. And then where is it? So there is a publication requirement. All this means is that you need to publish a notice related to the formation of your limited liability company in 2 newspapers for 6 consecutive weeks. So one newspaper has to be a daily and the other one has to be weekly, and they have to be newspapers designated by your county clerk, and it has to be in the same county in which the office of the LLC is located. Not sure why they do this because who still reads the newspaper, but it's what they want. So you have to publish an ad, 2 different newspapers designated by your county clerk in the same county of where your LLC's office is located in. All right, next, after that has happened, the newspapers are going to send you an affidavit, and this is basically evidence that you did fulfill your end of the bargain, your end of the deal. You did the ads, you did all that. So you're going to get an affidavit from the newspaper, and you have to send this in with a certificate of publication as well as a $50 filing fee. So that's what you have to do at the end of 6 weeks. Next, after that, you do need to have an operating agreement. That is a requirement. You need to have an operating agreement, and basically this is just an internal document, and the primary purpose of the document is to establish the rights, power, duties, liabilities, and obligation of the members between themselves and with respect to the LLC. The operating agreement needs to be formed within 90 days after filing for your articles of organization. It does not need to be submitted into the Department of State. It's just an internal document that you can have for yourself, and it's something that you should do on your own time. But I would suggest getting this out of the way as soon as possible, because when you do start applying for bank accounts, some banks will ask for the operating agreement, so it's good just to have it in case you need it. Are you keeping up so far? Good, because it's about to get a little crazy. So remember that newspaper publication I just mentioned like 5 seconds ago? Yeah. So In New York City, it can cost an upwards of $1,000 just to publish a single ad in one newspaper. And you have to do 2 of those. So unless you just got it like that, that's just an absurd amount of money for something that no one is probably even going to read. But there is a way around that using a registered agent. So I'm just going to read off the definition of what a registered agent is. A registered agent is a business or individual designated to receive service of process when a business entity is involved in a lawsuit or summons. So if someone tries to sue you, they can go to that person to serve the papers to. A registered agent also has to be available during regular business hours. In New York State, our Secretary of State acts as our registered agent, so we do not need to get a separate one. However, you might consider getting a separate registered agent so you can use their address when you are filing for your articles of organization. That way, when it comes time to publish the ads in the newspapers, you can publish them in the same county as where your registered agent is located. The registered agent's address has to be in a county where ad costs are cheap, like Albany. Please keep in mind that this is a completely optional step and it's just to save money. In order to figure out the ad costs, you need to call your county clerk and get a list from them. Once you get the list of newspapers from them, call up the newspapers and figure out what their ad costs are. This website lists approved newspaper companies in different counties, so you can locate your county and call the newspapers to see the cost. And if they are too high, you should consider getting a registered agent in Albany. Okay, I know, it's a lot of information I am throwing at you guys all at once, and I'm trying my best to be as clear and concise as possible. But if anything that I've said so far is confusing or you need more clarification, please feel free to comment down below. Or you can email me and I will try my very best to provide some more clarification. Additionally, I am linking resources down below that you guys can check out on your own time.